Now that we have uploaded the MicroPython code to our Raspberry Pi Pico WH, we'll be going towards the step of enabling our mobile to connect to the web server of our robot. For that, we'll be installing two apps. The first app is Network Analyzer. I'll tap on install and wait for it to install on my phone. Now once that's done, I'll install the second app, which is the Opera browser. Wait a couple of seconds for it to install. And once it is installed, I can exit Play Store. Now that we have installed both the apps, I'll just bring it to my home screen. Now that they are on our home screen, we need to follow one important step. That is turning off Wi-Fi as well as mobile data. This is to ensure that the phone is not connected to any internet source, because we'll be connecting to the Raspberry Pi Pico WH through our mobile hotspot. For this, we'll have to go to the mobile hotspot settings, portable hotspot, and here you'll have to go inside setup portable hotspot. Right now you can see that it's configured to my personal details, and this I'll have to change because according to the code, the SSID has been set to RoboSoccer, all lowercase, and the password is IIT Madras, all lowercase. I'll save this and turn on the portable hotspot. Once this is on, I'll now connect the Raspberry Pi Pico on my robot to power. Wait for a couple of seconds for it to connect. Now if you go inside connected devices, you'll see that the Pico W has been successfully connected to our mobile hotspot. And you can also see its MAC address below. Now that that's done, I can exit the hotspot settings and go into the newly installed app Network Analyzer. It will ask you for a couple of permissions, just follow through the process. Here, after you click on the hamburger icon on the top left corner, you'll find a couple of options. What you're going to do is you're going to go inside LAN scan, and you're going to tap on the scan button on the top right corner. Wait for a couple of seconds. And as you can already see, the IP address of the Raspberry Pi Pico shows up. Now that you got your IP address of your robot, you can go to the Chrome browser on your phone while ensuring that your phone is actually connected to the hotspot and just paste that in your web browser. Once you do this, you're officially connected to your robot and you can start controlling it. Here's one tip. While doing this, make sure that your phone is not connected to the internet. It is only connected to the RoboSoccer hotspot of your robot. It is 192.168.194.52. I'll be copying this directly from here and then I'll go to my Chrome browser and simply paste this IP address. Now once I hit enter, I'll successfully be able to connect to the Raspberry Pi Pico WH, which is connected to my robot, and I'll be able to see the robot's remote control. Now I'll tap enter, and there we have it. The RoboSoccer Wi-Fi control shows up on your screen. So this is through where we can control the robot. For a demo, I have also enabled the light on and light off buttons on the screen. So if I tap on light on, the light on the Pico WH should turn on, and similarly if I press light off, the light should go off. Now these controls, forwards, backwards, stop, left and right, are pretty intuitive, and once I tap these buttons, the robot should control itself. So if I tap forward, the robot is going forwards. I'll tap stop to stop it. Now I'll tap backwards and stop. Similarly, the controls for left and turn right. Now that that's done, some of the times you may notice a problem with Chrome web browser. In such situations, I recommend using the Opera browser. So once you open Opera, wait for it to boot up. Now I'll go to the search bar and paste the IP address here as well. And once I've pasted it, I'll hit enter. Now what I expect to see is the same remote control screen seen on the Chrome browser. So let's see what happens. And there we have it. We can see the same screen. To test it, I'll try turning on and off the lights. So light on, and there the LED turns on, and light off, the LED turns off. One important thing to note here is that if you're facing difficulties in the connection process, you can always try to disconnect the Raspberry Pi Pico on your robot and reconnecting it to power once again. If the problem still persists, you can try rebooting your phone. The second point here is that once you do the LAN scan on the Network Analyzer app and find out the IP address of your Raspberry Pi Pico, for me it is 192.168.194.52. It will always be different for you, so don't worry if you don't see the same thing which I can see on my screen. All you need to do is you need to go inside, do select all, copy it, and then just go to your browser and paste the IP address to access the RoboSoccer remote control. Just like this. So finally, we are done with the robot build process, we are done with uploading the software, and we are also done by connecting the mobile phone to the robot. Now finally, we can enjoy playing with the robot, and this robot can also be used for multiple other purposes like playing soccer by attaching a paddle to the front.